Alright, hey future self and possibly anyone else watching this. This is me making a video about 20 things that I've learned by being 20, by having lived for 20 years, which is really weird to say. This is my birthday that I'm making this. I also find it very difficult to look at the camera or look at the computer in general, so I'll probably be looking off here and looking off there. But I wanted to do this to have it as a memory. Maybe when I'm older, maybe I'll do this every year. Probably won't do this every year. I saw Hannah Hurt do it, which is why I'm doing it. But yeah, I just thought it was a cool idea. This was also not going to be a video. This was just going to be a voice recording. Maybe not a voice recording, maybe just a list on my phone. But I decided to turn it into a video. If I had thought about it more, I would have A, showered, B, not be wearing glasses, because it's not a good representation of what I normally look like. I hardly ever wear glasses. Though I do think it's fitting that for, a video about life and being old, and I'm wearing a shirt that I got 6 years ago. So out of the 20 years, this has been with me for 6 of them. So 30%, which is a little weird. Alright, so number 1 is I've learned that dairy is not good for me, and I don't think dairy is actually good for anyone, but that may be an unpopular opinion. And that first one was kind of fun. Some of these are fun things and some of these are more serious things, just so you know in the future. Because life can be a little bit too serious, so there are a couple fun ones thrown in. So number 2 is listening is usually more important than speaking, unless you're speaking out against injustice or something like that. But really, you should listen to people when they're talking to you. So number 3 is that the question of mercy versus justice is a really difficult one. Like, literally, it was a very difficult question on that, Briggs-Myers personality test that I took. I chose justice. Most people I know chose mercy. So maybe that's something that I'll change my opinion on as I get older. Number 4. Alright, so sometimes you have friends who you met as a kid and you were friends with as a kid, and then you get to high school and they're too cool to talk to you, and that's okay, because you didn't want them as a friend or just in your life in general anyways, so they did you a favor by removing themselves, and it's all good. So number 5, this is a big one. So sometimes people are going to have expectations of you, and you're going to feel like you need to live up to those expectations. But it's okay if you don't. So you have to do what's right for you, even if you feel like you're going to let someone down. Number 6. This is one of the funny ones. So just because you have a bright orange shirt and the exact same shade of bright orange shorts to match that bright orange shirt does not mean they match, and does not mean you have a coordinated outfit. You just look like a giant orange ball of freak. Please don't wear that. If I could tell my past self that. But it was middle school, maybe some of freshman year. It's fine. Number 7. A heartfelt apology can never make things worse. Number 8. It's okay to let go of things that you think other people define you by if they're no longer making you happy. Cough. Knee-high socks. Yeah, those needed to go at some point. Number 9. Emotions aren't weakness, and crying doesn't make you childish. Number 10. Sharing personal, emotional things with people, for whatever reason, tends to make you closer. So it's okay to open up, and it might actually benefit you to talk to someone. I've run out of fingers, but maybe if I do decide to edit this, we'll put numbers right up there. So number 11, or that's just gonna look real stupid. Okay, number 11's very serious and more of a recent thing. It's okay to be fearful. That's one of your emotions and you should embrace it. So it's even okay to give in to that fear, as long as staying in that place of fear isn't the end game. Number 12, people aren't thinking about you as much as you think people are thinking about you. It's that whole spotlight effect in psychology, and don't worry about it so much. That's more something I'm personally working on. I've learned it, it's a lesson, I know it's true, but I still struggle with it. Number 13, 13 is also something I'm working on. As much as you love someone and you appreciate having them in your life, you don't absolutely need them. You're gonna be fine if they're not there. So don't worry about like screwing it up too much. If they like you, that's cool, and if they don't like you, that's cool too. 14. So that girl that you think is so cool and so amazing, and you just want to spend all your time with her and be close to her, like physically and emotionally. Yeah, Kira, that's a crush. A crush is not the guy who gave you his jacket in Italy because it was cold on the island of Capri and you feel thankful for that. That's not a crush. When you feel jealous of another girl's boyfriend, not because of the boy, but because of the boyfriend spending time with her, that's a crush. Like, seriously? It took you 18 years to figure that out? Yeah. Number 15. Learning how to communicate your feelings is such an underrated skill, and you should do it more. Number 16. At the same time, it's okay if you don't want to talk right now. You have your right to privacy, and you don't need to apologize for taking time to yourself. 17. Anxiety is a bitch. Right, and to lighten the mood for 18, 19, and 20, remember, elephants can't jump, mosquitoes are attracted to the color blue, and you can't get E. coli from your own poop. Alright, I'll see you next year.